Tonight on KGW News, one more day to reach a deal.
We believe the money's there. We believe it's possible.
We need them to be willing to compromise.
We asked the district and teachers if a strike can be avoided. Plus, Portland's mayor puts homeless campers on notice.
What are we supposed to do? Just lose all of our stuff every time and have to start over again?
When police will start enforcing a daytime ban on camping. Then, after more than 25 years on Capitol Hill, an Oregon congressman bows out. And later, the Ritz arrives in the Rose City.
We're hoping that this part of downtown will change for the better because of our opening.
So can $600 rooms and stunning views help rebrand downtown Portland? And we begin at 11 with teachers in Oregon's largest school district just over 24 hours out from a planned strike. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Mulco. The potential impact here, tens of thousands of families. And as of this moment, there is still no agreement between Portland Public Schools and the teachers union. Our Catherine Cook checked in with both sides tonight. So Catherine, are they any closer to a deal?
Well, David, hearing from both sides, it would appear the answer is no, at least when it comes to the biggest issues on the table. However, there was some progress on some of the special education proposals. That's encouraging, but unfortunately right now the signs are all still pointing to a strike on Wednesday.
10 more.
At the Portland Association of Teachers Union headquarters,
What school is this?
Chavez?
picket signs and bullhorns were the school supplies teachers lined up for.
Thank you so much. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you. We are ready.
I know, this is so exciting.
Wednesday is the day teachers expect they'll be marching with these signs outside 81 Portland public schools.
Right on.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
With just one day of contract negotiations left, they say teachers' top demands remain in place. Higher pay, smaller class sizes, and more teaching prep time. Special ed teacher Alicia Chavez says her schedule now is unsustainable.
I currently do not have enough planning time to plan for my students to have a quality education. I don't have enough time to eat lunch some days.
I don't think that we're asking for anything unreasonable.
Union Vice President Jackie Dixon says families should make childcare plans in case of a strike Wednesday. That's 45,000 kids out of school, something she says teachers have been trying to avoid during months of negotiations.
It's unfortunate that it's come to this, but no, I'm not really surprised at this point.
Meanwhile, district officials are airing their own frustrations. They feel the teachers union isn't compromising enough to meet the district's budget constraints.
We're still over $228 million apart in our proposals. We will continue to work on proposals that we can counter with. We don't want to bargain against ourselves.
On Monday, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek addressed the looming strike, calling on both sides to avoid one.
I think it would be irresponsible for the Portland Public Schools to commit to an agreement that will create a gigantic cliff at the end of the biennium. I do expect them to put more money on the table and prioritize classroom resources first over administration, but I don't believe there's $200 million sitting there.
I think we have a fundamental disagreement about those numbers, and $200 million is very different than what our bargaining team is looking at, and we don't believe that it's actually a $200 million difference.
As for what will finally make the difference in contract negotiations, the teachers union and district have one more day to figure it out.
I'm ever the optimist, so I believe agreement will be reached. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when, and we want the when to be as soon as possible.
Portland Public Schools has a plan to keep families informed of next steps. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. they'll provide a status update on negotiations. Then at 7 p.m. they'll text and email parents to let them know if schools will be closed the next day. Now, if a strike does happen, the district says they plan to text and email parents every night at 7 to let families know if schools will be open the following day. David?
Yeah, if it happens, however long it lasts. Thank you, Catherine. Really appreciate the update tonight. The idea of a strike is leaving parents worried, of course, especially those without childcare. In Tigard, Westside Dance and Gymnastics Academy says they're planning to add temporary childcare. Westside is a performing arts preschool. Families are going to have the option between a full day from 8 to 5 or a half day. The co-owner there says she understands the strain this is going to have on working parents.
So many of our staff here, we have kids ourselves. I mean, mine are older now, and I can't imagine what it would be like to be in the position where every day is unknown, especially if you don't work from home. I think it's unfortunate that they have to add this to their, I'm sure, already a stressful plate. So if we can offer any help in any capacity.
Well, current members there will have a chance ahead of non-members for this temporary child care. And as that deadline approaches, we are answering some of your questions around what a strike could look like and how long it might last. Some of you asking whether PPS is required to keep paying teachers if they hit the picket lines. Our Pat Doris verified tonight on The Story.
We can verify no teachers will not get paid. The district has already said it will not pay teachers for strike days, although back pay could become a bartering chip and a possible settlement to get teachers back into the classroom if the strike actually happens. Most teachers are paid in an annual salary and generally are paid once a month, usually on the last working day of the month. You can understand now why the strike is set to begin on Wednesday, November 1st. Most teachers will be getting paid on Halloween, meaning they've got some breathing room since their next check would be a month later at the end of November. So if the strike does happen, but a settlement includes back pay, so then those checks at the end of next month would look the same as the previous checks. If there's not any back pay, then those checks will be short depending on how long the strike lasts. It's also worth noting that the union has said that teachers who participate in the strike will be eligible for $120 a day through the Oregon Education Association's Strike Relief Fund.
Pat Doris breaking it down for us. Stay with KGW for the very latest on the potential Portland teacher strike. We're going to have updates here throughout the day on Tuesday and anytime, of course, on KGW.com and on the KGW app. Developing this evening, Oregon's 3rd congressional district is now wide open in the 2024 race after longtime Congressman and veteran politician Earl Blumenauer announced this evening he has decided not to run again. Blumenauer, who is 75, was first elected to the Oregon House at age 23. The Democrat later served on the Multnomah County Commission, then Portland City Council before being elected to Congress in 1996. Blumenauer telling OPB that after he leaves office at the end of next year, he plans to continue to work on his priorities, including energy, transportation, and yes, of course, bicycles. Let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now. Police have given an all clear after one person was hurt this afternoon in an explosion on the Oregon State campus. This is around 2:30 at McNary Field near 11th and Monroe in Corvallis. The person who was hurt is a 22-year-old man from Cottage Grove. We understand he is not an OSU student. His injuries, though, are being described as significant. Investigators are working to figure out exactly what happened. A driver is now facing criminal charges after a weekend crash in the Concordia neighborhood left 2 people dead. Authorities say a pickup collided with an SUV just before 6 Saturday evening at Northeast Lombard and 33rd. 2 people in the SUV were killed. The driver of the truck, 29-year-old Jalon Benjamin, was arrested. He is now charged with 2 counts of manslaughter. And a stretch of road in southwest Portland has finally reopened more than 5 months after a fire gutted an apartment building. PGE restored power to traffic signals on Friday. The barricades came down today. That means Taylor between 13th and 14th is now open. Authorities say back on May 16th, a tenant who was about to be removed from the May apartments intentionally started the fire. That suspect faces dozens of charges, including arson. Well, now to a significant development in Portland's homeless crisis and news that the city will begin enforcing its daytime camping ban in just a couple of weeks. The move means people camping on public property during daytime hours could face fines, jail time, or potentially both. Kyle Boshi explains.
Portland's mayor promised fair warning.
This is that 2-week notification.
And today, he announced enforcement of the city's daytime camping ban will begin on November 13th. The new ordinance, approved by City Council in July, severely restricts where and how the homeless can camp, particularly during the day. The daytime camping ban forbids camping on public property between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. No tents can be blocking building entry or exits, and there's no camping within 250 feet of schools or shelters. Those who violate the daytime camping ban would receive 2 warnings before a third violation, which could result in a $100 fine, jail time, or both. Mayor Wheeler explained initially there won't be blanket enforcement.
The Police Bureau will be using it selectively in a strategic manner to emphasize those areas that are the most problematic.
The mayor said the goal is to get people into some type of temporary alternative shelter. Those on the street argue this new law creates less stability because now they have to carry their possessions when enforcement begins.
It's not right for us to have to keep moving our stuff when we have nowhere to put our stuff. So it's like, what are we supposed to do? Just lose all of our stuff every time and have to start over again?
A class action lawsuit filed earlier this month argues the daytime camping ban violates current state law and the Oregon Constitution. Portland police say it's been coordinating with service providers, but it's still not clear what type of training or policies there are for police officers who will be enforcing the daytime camping ban in 2 weeks.
Skyla Boshi reporting there. One important note, the mayor says, please do not call 911 to report camping ban violations. You can report them instead on the city's website or call 311 instead. You're watching KGW News. Straight ahead at 11, 5 stars in the heart of the Rose City. We're going to take you inside the new Ritz-Carlton proponents say will help lift up the neighborhood. Plus, from North Plains to the national stage, we're going to sit down with Jackie Rohr as she takes her voice to new heights.
Oh, what a stretch of weather we have had. Not a cloud in the sky around Oregon today. Clear sunset, too. There's Mount Hood for you. Of course, the big part of the forecast deals with Halloween tomorrow night. We'll have it for you. It's looking pretty good.